If you're over 60 and haven't slept through the night in months, or maybe even years, what I'm about to share could change everything for you. Here's something most people don't realize. Waking up multiple times during the night isn't actually a normal part of aging, despite what you might have been told. In fact, recent sleep research has identified 3 specific changes that happen in our bodies after 60 that disrupt our sleep. And more importantly, 3 science-backed strategies that can help you sleep through the night again. I'm talking about real, research-proven methods that don't involve prescription medications or expensive sleep gadgets. These are simple adjustments that address the root causes of senior sleep problems, not just the symptoms. If you watch until the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why your sleep changed after 60 and give you 3 specific strategies that sleep researchers say can help restore deep, uninterrupted sleep. But first, let me ask you something that might sound familiar. Does this sound like your typical night? You go to bed feeling tired, maybe even exhausted. You fall asleep easily enough, but then around 2 a.m. your eyes pop open. Maybe it's 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. And once you're awake, your mind starts racing. You lie there thinking about tomorrow's appointments, yesterday's conversations, or that thing you forgot to do last week. You check the clock again and again. You toss and turn, trying to find a comfortable position. Maybe you get up to use the bathroom, hoping that will help you settle back down. But sleep doesn't come. And when you finally do drift off again, it feels like minutes before your alarm goes off, leaving you groggy and unrested for the entire day. If this describes your nights, you're not alone. According to the National Sleep Foundation, up to 50% of adults over 60 report chronic sleep problems. That's 1 in every 2 seniors struggling with the same issue you might be facing. But here's what's really frustrating. When you mention this to your doctor, they might dismiss it as normal aging or immediately suggest sleeping pills. The truth is, while some sleep changes do occur as we age, frequently waking up during the night and feeling unrefreshed in the morning are signs that something specific is disrupting your sleep architecture. And the good news? Once you understand what's actually happening in your body and brain, you can take targeted action to restore better sleep quality. Before we dive into the solutions, it's crucial to understand why sleep becomes more challenging after 60. There are 3 main biological changes that occur, and knowing about them will help you see why the strategies I'm about to share are so effective. Change number 1. Your sleep architecture shifts. When sleep researchers study young adults, they find that about 20% of their sleep time is spent in deep sleep, the most restorative stage where your body repairs itself and your brain clears out toxins. But after age 60, this deep sleep percentage can drop to just 5 to 10%. Instead, seniors spend more time in lighter sleep stages, where you're more easily awakened by sounds, temperature changes, or even your own thoughts. It's like the difference between sleeping in a soundproof bunker versus sleeping in a tent. Every little disturbance can wake you up. This isn't just about feeling tired. Deep sleep is when your body produces growth hormone, consolidates memories, and performs cellular repair. When you don't get enough deep sleep, you don't just feel groggy. Your immune system weakens, your cognitive function declines, and your risk for various health issues increases. Change number 2, your internal clock becomes less precise. Your body has an internal clock called your circadian rhythm that regulates when you feel sleepy and when you feel alert. This clock is controlled by a small part of your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, and unfortunately, it becomes less precise as we age. Think of it like an old watch that starts running fast or slow. Your internal clock might start telling your body to go to sleep at 7 p.m. and wake up at 4 a.m., when you'd prefer to sleep from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. This misalignment between your internal clock and your desired sleep schedule can cause you to feel sleepy too early in the evening and wake up too early in the morning. Additionally, your body produces less melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to sleep, and produces it at different times than when you were younger. This is why many seniors feel wide awake at bedtime, even when they're physically tired. Change number 3. Your body becomes more sensitive to disruptions. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to things that can disrupt sleep. Your body temperature regulation becomes less efficient, so you might feel too hot or too cold during the night. Your bladder capacity may decrease, leading to more frequent nighttime bathroom trips. Your nervous system also becomes more reactive to stress and stimulation. Things that wouldn't have bothered your sleep when you were younger, like a small amount of caffeine in the afternoon, a slightly uncomfortable mattress, or minor worries, can now significantly impact your ability to stay asleep. But here's the key point. While these changes are common, they don't mean you're doomed to poor sleep. Each of these biological shifts can be addressed with specific strategies that work with your aging body, not against it. Now let's get to the practical solutions. These three strategies are based on recent sleep research and have been shown to help seniors achieve more consistent, restorative sleep. The first strategy addresses your shifting circadian rhythm by using light exposure to retrain your internal clock. This technique, developed by researchers at Stanford University, is remarkably simple but incredibly effective. Here's how it works. Every morning, within 30 minutes of waking up, spend 15 to 30 minutes outside or near a bright window. If it's cloudy or you can't get outside, use a light therapy lamp that provides at least 2,500 lux of light. This morning light exposure helps signal to your brain that it's time to be awake and alert. But here's the crucial part that most people miss. You also need to manage your light exposure in the evening. Starting 2 hours before your desired bedtime, begin dimming the lights in your home. Use lamps instead of overhead lights, avoid screens when possible, and consider wearing blue light blocking glasses if you must use devices. This creates what researchers call a light contrast, bright light in the morning and dim light in the evening, that helps reset your circadian rhythm to a more desirable schedule. Why this works so well for seniors? As we age, our eyes become less sensitive to light, which means we need more intense light exposure to trigger the same circadian responses we had when we were younger. Many seniors spend most of their day indoors under artificial lighting that isn't bright enough to properly regulate their internal clocks. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine found that seniors who followed a structured light exposure protocol for 4 weeks showed significant improvements in sleep quality, fell asleep faster, and experienced fewer nighttime awakenings. Some practical implementation strategies are: set a daily alarm for light time. Make it as important as taking medication. If you can't get outside, position yourself near the largest, brightest window in your home. On very dark winter days, consider investing in a 10,000 lux light therapy lamp. In the evening, use table lamps instead of ceiling lights and choose warm-colored bulbs. Keep your bedroom as dark as possible. Consider blackout curtains or an eye mask. The second strategy works with your body's natural temperature regulation to promote deeper, more continuous sleep. This technique is based on research showing that your core body temperature needs to drop by about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate and maintain sleep. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating temperature, which can interfere with this natural cooling process. But you can help your body along with a specific timing protocol. Here's the technique. About 90 minutes before your desired bedtime, take a warm bath or shower lasting 10-15 minutes. The water should be warm enough to raise your core body temperature slightly, around 109, 40, 43 degrees. When you get out of the bath, your body will naturally start cooling down rapidly. This cooling process triggers your brain to release melatonin and prepare for sleep. The key is the contrast, the warm bath followed by the cooling effect afterward. Additionally, you should keep a temperature optimization. Keep your bedroom cool, ideally between 65-68 degrees Fahrenheit. This might feel uncomfortably cool when you're awake, but it's optimal for sleep. Use breathable bedding materials like cotton or bamboo, and consider moisture-wicking pajamas if you tend to get hot during the night. Why this is especially effective for seniors. Research from the University of Texas found that older adults who used this warm bath technique fell asleep an average of 10 minutes faster and experienced 15% more deep sleep compared to those who didn't use the technique. Many seniors also deal with decreased circulation, which can make hands and feet feel cold at bedtime. The warm bath helps improve circulation throughout the body, making it easier to feel comfortable when you lie down. Practical tips. If you can't take a bath, a warm shower works, but make sure to warm your core body temperature. After your bath, keep the room cool and avoid bundling up too much. Consider using socks to bed if your feet get cold, but choose thin, breathable materials. If you wake up feeling hot during the night, this is actually normal. Don't immediately adjust the thermostat. The third strategy addresses the increased sensitivity to stress and mental stimulation that can keep seniors awake. This technique, called progressive muscle relaxation, PMR, has been extensively studied and shown to be particularly effective for older adults. Many seniors find their minds racing when they try to sleep, often thinking about health concerns, family issues, or daily responsibilities. PMR works by giving your mind a specific, calming task to focus on while simultaneously releasing physical tension. Here's the basic technique. Starting with your toes, tense each muscle group for 5 seconds, then relax for 10 seconds. Pay attention to the contrast between tension and relaxation. Work your way up through your body: feet, calves, thighs, abdomen, hands, arms, shoulders, neck, and face. The key is to really focus on the sensation of letting go. When you release each muscle group, imagine the tension flowing out of your body like water. Advanced version for persistent worriers. If your mind tends to race with worries or to-do lists, combine PMR with what researchers call cognitive restructuring. As you relax each muscle group, silently repeat a phrase like, "I am letting go of today's concerns," or "My body is preparing for rest." Why this works so well for seniors? A study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who practiced PMR for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in sleep quality and spent 37% less time lying awake in bed. The researchers noted that PMR was particularly effective because it addresses both the physical tension and mental activation that can interfere with sleep. As we age, we often carry more physical tension from daily activities, and we may have more concerns weighing on our minds. PMR provides a structured way to address both issues simultaneously. Practical implementation. Practice PMR during the day first to learn the technique when you're not trying to fall asleep. If you wake up during the night, use a shortened version focusing just on your shoulders, neck, and face. Don't worry if your mind wanders. Just gently return focus to the muscle relaxation. Some people find it helpful to use a guided PMR recording initially. Before we move on, let me warn you about some common mistakes that can undermine these strategies. Mistake number 1, inconsistent timing. These strategies work best when used consistently. Going to bed at wildly different times or only using the light protocol on weekdays won't give you the results you're looking for. Your circadian rhythm thrives on predictability. Mistake number 2, expecting immediate results. While some people notice improvements within a few days, it typically takes 2 to 4 weeks for these strategies to fully reset your sleep patterns. Don't give up if you don't see changes immediately. Mistake number 3, doing too much caffeine detective work. Yes, caffeine can interfere with sleep, but many seniors become so focused on avoiding caffeine that they create anxiety around their morning coffee. If you're used to having caffeine, the key is timing. Avoid it after 2 p.m. rather than eliminating it entirely. Mistake number 4, making the bedroom too warm. Many seniors worry about being cold and keep their bedrooms too warm for optimal sleep. Remember, your body needs to cool down to sleep well. You can always add blankets if you get cold. Mistake number 5, checking the clock. If you wake up during the night, resist the urge to check the time. Clock watching creates anxiety and makes it harder to fall back asleep. Turn your clock away from the bed or cover the display. Let's talk about realistic expectations as you implement these strategies. Week 1, you might notice it's easier to feel sleepy at your desired bedtime, especially if you're consistent with the light protocol. Some people report falling asleep faster, but nighttime awakenings may still occur. Weeks 2 to 3. This is typically when you'll start seeing more substantial improvements. You may notice fewer middle-of-the-night awakenings, and when you do wake up, you might fall back asleep more easily. Week 4 and beyond, most people report more consolidated sleep and feeling more refreshed in the morning. The improvements tend to continue gradually over several months. Remember, everyone's sleep patterns are different, and factors like overall health, medications, and stress levels can influence how quickly you see results. The key is consistency and patience. While the 3 main strategies I've shared are the most important, here are some additional evidence-based tips that can support better sleep. Optimize your sleep environment. Use comfortable, supportive pillows that align with your preferred sleep position. Consider a white noise machine or earplugs if you're sensitive to sounds. Keep a glass of water by your bed, to avoid dehydration-related wake-ups. Mind your evening routine. Finish eating at least 3 hours before bedtime to avoid digestive disruption. If you take medications, check with your doctor about timing. Some can be stimulating. Limit fluid intake 2 hours before bed to reduce bathroom trips. Exercise timing matters. Regular physical activity improves sleep quality, but avoid vigorous exercise within 3 hours of bedtime. Even light stretching or gentle yoga in the evening can help prepare your body for rest. Manage daytime naps strategically. If you must nap, keep it to 20 to 30 minutes and before 3 p.m. Longer or later naps can interfere with nighttime sleep. While these strategies are effective for most seniors, there are times when additional help might be needed. Consider speaking with a healthcare provider if you consistently can't fall asleep within 30 minutes of lying down, you wake up more than twice per night most nights, you feel unrefreshed even after 7 to 8 hours in bed, your sleep problems are affecting your daily functioning or mood, you snore loudly or others notice you stop breathing during sleep. These could be signs of sleep disorders like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or other conditions that may benefit from professional evaluation. Here's what I want you to do starting tonight. Choose one of these 3 strategies and commit to trying it consistently for 2 weeks. Don't try to implement all 3 at once. That can be overwhelming and make it harder to determine what's working. I recommend starting with the light protocol since it's the easiest to implement and often shows results quickly. Set a reminder on your phone for morning light exposure and evening light dimming. Keep a simple sleep journal noting what time you went to bed, how long it took to fall asleep, how many times you woke up during the night, how you felt in the morning. After 2 weeks, if you're seeing improvements, you can gradually add the second strategy and then the third. If this video helped you understand your sleep challenges better, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-based health strategies for seniors. Share this with someone who might be struggling with sleep. Good rest is one of the foundations of healthy aging. Remember, quality sleep isn't a luxury. It's essential for your physical health, mental clarity, and overall quality of life. While sleep challenges become more common after 60, they don't have to become your new normal. The 3 strategies we've covered today, the light protocol, temperature optimization, and progressive muscle relaxation, work because they address the real biological changes happening in your body, not just the symptoms. Be patient with yourself as you implement these changes. Your sleep patterns didn't change overnight, and it will take some time to retrain them. But with consistency and the right approach, restful nights are absolutely possible at any age. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll explore another key aspect of healthy aging.